Hello, my name is Mr. McCutcheon. I'm a guidance counselor at Stouffville District Secondary School, and I'm just going to share with you our parent-guardian post-secondary pathway presentation. At any time during this presentation, this recorded presentation, if you'd like to click on the closed captions, that's the CC button down below, you can change the language, the subtitle language, to any language you prefer. Also, below you'll see all the links that I'll share out in this presentation. You can find them there that you can visit them at any time as well. So let's get started. I'm going to start off by talking about skill trades and apprenticeships, so workplace pathway. One date that I'll bring to your attention right away is December 4th. The Wire DSB is going to host a Pathways to Skilled Trades Family Engagement Evening. Once we receive more information and a link to that evening, we will share that out through direct email. For those that are all interested, you'll be able to get that link and attend that evening event on December 4th. I'm just going to click on Skill Trades Ontario and just show you a few things I may want to consider. As we look through here, obviously there's lots to consider on this website. But one of the things is like obviously how do I start an apprenticeship? If I click in this area, and then really all about trades. What are trades? What kind of work is it? What are the different jobs and different trades that exist? And so there's lots of information there. I just head back to the presentation. OEAP is another site that we want to bring to your attention. So the OEAP site looks like this. And what OEAP is essentially it's like an introductions to trades while students are still in high school. So if I click on what's OEAP, and it goes down and essentially it's like the Ontario Youth Apprenticeship Program is a specialized program in high school that allows you to explore apprenticeship and consider careers in skilled trades, generally starting grade 11 or 12. So you're earning high school credits as well as entering sort of this idea of like, okay, do I start trades or do I not? Now I'm going to just speak to sort of the college pathway and sort of this website here, ontariocolleges.ca. This is a one in everything sort of website. So as we get into the website, there's a big giant button here that you can see called Apply Now. Once I click on that Apply Now button, it's going to ask me to sort of set up an account with an email. We're encouraging all students, either college or university, to use a personal email, not a GAPS email, because the GAPS email will probably disappear after you graduate. So using some sort of personal email is most important. And before applying though, we want to figure out like what can we actually take at college. So if we go into the programs area here, and there'll be a search engine or a search bar, I really can type in anything. So I'm going to type in nursing, right? And then below, all those colleges throughout Ontario that offer nursing, right, will come up. And so I can click on either that to find out more information, or I just share it in here. I can click open that website. It takes me to Sharon's specific nursing website with the information of what I require in order to get into that type of program and what the program is all about and the cost of that program. So we encourage you to navigate ontariocolleges.ca website for that. The other thing I'd like to talk about in Ontario Colleges is that the deadline to apply is February 1st, 2026. There's a $150 fee. This will allow you to apply to 5 different programs. You can apply up to 3 programs at one school, but 5 programs total. So if I really want to do nursing, then I can apply to 5 different colleges for nursing programs throughout Ontario. I'm going to speak to how to apply to Ontario universities. This process has 2 different websites. The first one I'll show you is ouinfo.ca. That's Ontario University Info. This is the search engine. This is where you find out what programs there are throughout Ontario. So again, into the search engine, I'm just going to select engineering. I press search, similar to the Ontario Colleges website. All of the universities that offer some type of engineering program will come up. So again, let's just go and click on McMaster. And I click into McMaster. Once I'm in here, there's a number of things. If I scroll to the bottom, I can go directly to the program website. You can also see that there's a grade range, which is right here. So at this school, a minimum of 87% is required for consideration. And then if I click on requirements, it's going to show me what grade 12 credits are mandatory in order to actually apply to engineering at McMaster. So English, calculus, chemistry, and physics. And then you're also going to need 2 other M or U level grade 12 credits to create this top 6 grade 12 average. So that is that. Go back to the presentation. The second link is ouac.ca. So this site is what actually will apply to universities. Similar to that Ontario Colleges website, you apply, you'll set up an account, you use a personal email, and then you apply. Okay, so there's 2 different sites for that. The information for that, the deadline to apply to Ontario universities is Thursday, January 15th. It's a $156 fee, and that will get you 3 choices. So engineering at 3 different schools or 3 programs at a specific school. And then any additional program on top of that is $50. I'll just speak quickly about out of province or international. It's really up to the school. So you must do your research. We can help support your child is sort of navigating that. But looking out of province, whether the west or the east of Canada, it's very specific to the school, and then obviously to the United States or internationally overseas. It is very specific to the school, and you literally are applying to the school directly. All of those schools will have different dates, so it's important if you have interest of applying outside of Ontario that you actually start thinking about that very soon. The last thing is financial consideration. So, the average tuition cost right now in Canadian universities or colleges is about $7,000. That can range anywhere between $2,500 or $30,000 per year. This doesn't include things like textbooks or supplies, residence or accommodations, meal plans, things like that. So obviously lots to consider in terms of how are you financing and supporting the post-secondary pathway. There are a variety of ways of which you can sort of think about getting money. Obviously, OSAP is one way, which is essentially like a loan from the government. So it's something to look into there, or student loans through various banks. You can also apply for scholarships, bursaries, and awards. Scholarships are based on merit. Bursaries are based on once you've been accepted to a program, you can apply for those based on financial need. And awards are given at graduation at SDSS based on outstanding high achievement. This is the last website. You'll see these links below. So again, back to that site, there's 4 different links where you can just search a variety of different scholarships. You can apply to as many as you like or as little as you want. They pertain to specific things, and we encourage you to sort of like get on those sites and look through that. That's it for this presentation. Thanks for listening.